Hi, this is Laura Souter from Agency Bel, and today I am talking with my client and fellow colleague from a board I'm on, Stacey Battista. Hi, Stacey, how are you?
Hi, Laura. I'm very well today.
So you and I know each other in a couple of different capacities. Why don't you just share a little bit about how we've worked together in the past and what it's been like for you?
Sure. So yes, we have worked together both in terms of you helping me with my own business privately, and then also on the board that we work on together. You are sort of the head of our marketing and communications committee, and as such have really helped us kind of move our communications, our website, our look and feel to be more 21st century. You're bringing us more up to date. It's lively, it's fun, it's colorful, it's engaging. And we got to that by working with you in a series of meetings where we really kind of all sat down, brainstorming, thinking, throwing things out. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's really engaging. It's very interactive. And you know, we all really got to kind of play around with what do we feel like this organization represents, and then you could come back with, you know, ideas about how we could create a brand and a style and a look that would reflect what we want the organization to represent. So that was a really fun process to go through. Very, very helpful for all of us in terms of helping us to kind of really understand, you know, our own thoughts about the business and the organization. And then in turn, how that would then influence the look and feel of things that people would see and interact with. So that was great. And it was really, you know, it's a fun experience. It can be difficult, but it's, you know, it's good to have the team all there working together. And eventually, you know, we came up with some really great things to implement.
So and what did the organization's look and feel look like before? Like, how would you compare apples to oranges? Where is it now? What was it like?
Yeah, pretty clunky, not very user friendly. The look was dated. You know, the colors were sort of these vibrant electric colors that maybe don't really resonate as well, you know, with people now, that sort of aren't kind of the first colors that you really want to see. So we were able to, you know, to freshen all of that, just, you know, really bring in a really nice new look. And again, we didn't completely reinvent everything. You know, we're sort of not at that stage yet, but just by making some really thoughtful, considered, you know, intelligent and guided choices, we were able to really freshen things up in a way that makes us look new, without having, you know, to do a complete overhaul of everything, which we just aren't quite ready to do yet. So that was really helpful.
I appreciate that, Stacey. That's awesome. So if you had to talk to someone, you know, who didn't know me, what would you say would be some reasons for why they would select Agency Bel over another design or strategy company?
I would say that you are very responsive, that you really listen to people and you listen to what they're trying to do with their business. It's not, you don't come in with an agenda. Your agenda really is to figure out what that particular business or what that particular need is, and then help to create that and bring that to life. And so it's, you know, so it's fun. It's a process. And it's a fun experience to be in with someone, you know, like you, who frankly, you're fun, you're engaging to work with. It makes it, you know, what could be a more difficult process, it makes it fun, easy, you know, it's engaging, it's thought-provoking. You get to be a little creative if you're not really a creative person, like me. So it's helpful. And yeah, I mean, you just, as a client, I felt very well taken care of, you know, through the whole process.
Yeah, let's talk about the client interactions that you and I have had apart from the board. So you did get to go through my strategy process, and
Mhm.
you received some homework. What was it like to do the homework?
The homework was fun. It kind of stretched me a little bit because again, I don't think of myself as a terribly creative person. I'm not someone who has a bunch of Pinterest, things up. But it was fun because I got to go through there and I got to dig around and I got to think about, what things resonate with me, what things really, sort of capture my attention. And then thinking about how can I bring that to my business? How can I bring that to my brand? How can these be things that I can incorporate on my website or, the look and feel of my business so that I am reflecting something of myself. And that's not something that I would really ever be able to do without you, sort of guiding me into, okay, how can we make this thing, which doesn't seem like it's related to your business, actually in some way, relate it and sort of have it be a feel that can exist through the marketing materials. And I think that's amazing.
Oh, good. Were there any ahas that you noticed as you worked with me, like about strategy, about the design process, both in terms of the board interactions we've had and client, like any big ahas?
I think really just in like how small changes can have a really significant impact. And again, because a lot of this stuff, it's not in my wheelhouse, so it feels a little bit scary to me. But in working with someone who is very experienced, I can recognize that, okay, we can do some small changes and they're going to have a big, significant impact. So it doesn't have to be a situation where you go in and you say, okay, I'm going to work with this person and everything's going to be different. It doesn't have to be that way. You can work through, you can make some small changes, big impact, then a little while later, maybe make some more changes, different kind of impact. And I think that's really fun.
That's a really great observation. I saw a calculation yesterday that was like, 1 times 0 is 1, but 1 times 0, 1.01 is like, I don't know, 400 million or something,
Right.
just
Right.
this little micro shift
Yeah.
can really magnify something over time. And it doesn't have to be, like you said, a giant sea change. So
Right.
thank you for that observation. And thank you, Stacey, for your time. This is Stacey Battista from Sirona Health Advocates, and she's also on a board with me called NAHAC. Say the whole acronym for us.
National Association of Healthcare Advocates.
It used to be Healthcare Advocates Consultants, right? Is that where the C comes
Yeah,
from?
exactly. We
It's a
changed a little
It's a
bit.
mouthful. It's a mouthful.
It is.
Awesome. Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you, Laura.